everybody. It's Joe and Johnny here, and today we're talking about the true connected voice.
Yes.
And we're going to break down a series of videos where we explain different things of how our program is going to work. And today we are talking about the vocal cords.
Yeah.
And how the vocal cords work, and what's actually going on inside your body. And what's the word we want to use?
Anatomically.
Right. How everything works. And as you're singing, you don't need to know these things, but sometimes when practicing exercises, I found with my own training and with students that it makes more sense to understand why everything is happening and what actually causes these things to happen to make singing healthy and proper. So we're going to get into the vocal cords today. And if you take your finger and look on your neck and try to find your larynx, which is your Adam's apple, your vocal cords are inside there.
Okay, I found it.
Now, as you're talking, you'll feel them vibrate. If you go ahead and yawn, you feel it go down. And then if you swallow, you feel it go up. So it has movement in it as far as up and down.
Okay.
Well, that's not the movement that you want when you sing. If you say, "Hi, my name is Johnny."
Hi, my name is Johnny.
You'll notice that your vocal cords vibrate. You feel it, the vibrations, but you don't feel that going up and going down. And that's really what you want when you sing.
Right.
And there's people out there that talk about speech level singing, which really that's all it's talking about is when you sing, that's where your vocal cords stay, in the middle, right, at speech level. So it's not that singing should be as easy as speaking. It's just telling you where your vocal cords are lying inside your throat, or where they should be.
Right.
Okay, so to get into the vocal cords, there are two pieces of flesh. Some people might call it muscle or whatever, but as you sing, you send air to the vocal cords and they vibrate. And depending on how they stretch, makes the different pitches. So if you think of a guitar string and you just put the string on and you start to tune it up, it makes these pitches till it gets to a certain point where it's at the tension that that string should be at. And that, of course, you could tune that string higher and stretch a few more out. Well, your vocal cords are like that too. They stretch and you send air to them and they make pitches. And then you can get to a certain point where it gets an area called your bridge, which is something we're going to talk about later, so you have to tune into that clip to kind of figure out what the bridge means. But you get to that point, and you can push and get a couple of extra notes out, and some people call that belting, some people just call it yelling, but anyway, you're trying to extend that big part of your voice. And really what should happen, going back to the guitar, is the guitar string is tuned to the perfect tension, then you start to fret up the string. So if you're on the 3rd fret on the low E string, you're at a G. And what it has done is it's taken that string that's about this long, and then now it's made it this long. So it's made the string shorter by fretting it. So your vocal cords have stretched to a certain point, and you're giving it the proper air pressure, and you've trained to teach your vocal cords how to zip up and make a smaller hole. Instead of stretching further, they start to zip up, and it stays connected. True connected voice. They start to zip up and make a small hole. So, and that's ideally how your vocal cords should work in this training. So you're not sending more air, you're not pushing, you're just getting your vocal cords to zip up, and so the voice stays connected like that string. It doesn't suddenly jump tonally from, you know, the lower sound to the higher sound. And that's basically how the vocal cords work with singing. They stretch to a point and then they zip up. There's other things they could do, but we're talking about making connected voice. So that's what we want to know, how our vocal cords work. And that's basically how your vocal cords work for singing.